Good morning, everyone. So, in this video session, we will learn how to analyze this tape bar using ANSYS FEDL. So, this is the first example. So, here we have this tape bar with two cross sections. The first is 200 mm square, and second cross section is 100 mm square. So, for the first cross section, we have the Young's modulus 2200 GPa, and Poisson's ratio is a 0.3. For second section, the Young's modulus is 150 GPa, Poisson's ratio is a 0.3, and at the free end, the load application is a 10 kN. So question is determine the elongation of the free end of the step bar and the stresses induced in both the sections. So in the ANSYS FEDL, first we have to create this model. So this is the user interface for the ANSYS 16. So to start the analysis, go to the file, clear and start new. Then save as the project. So to save as, select first drive, then select your folder. So this is ANSYS simulation, and here we have to change the name. So give the name, and then click OK. So in this way we can save the current project. Now start with the preferences, select structural, then go to the preprocessor, select the element type, add, edit, delete, select add. Now select the link element and the first 3D finite 180. Okay, so now we have added the element. Close this window. Now go to the real constant. So basically real constant means it is the cross section. Add. Okay. Now for the first, we have the cross section as a 200 mm square. So our unit will be in millimeter. Apply. For second section, its area is 100 mm square. Apply and OK. So we have added the two sets of the real constant or the cross section. Close this window. Now go to the material property and select the material model. Now material model, select structural, linear, elastic and isotropic. So EX means Young's modulus. So for the first section it is 200 GPa. So GPa will be e to the power 3, and the Poisson's ratio is a 0.3. Okay. Now we have to add one more element. So go to the material, new model. By default it is a second cross section. Okay. Now select the isotropic and give here 150 GPa. So e to the power 3, and Poisson's ratio is a 0.3. Okay. So we have added the two different elements. Now we have to create the model. So go to the modeling, create key points in active coordinate system. So give the first key point, it is 0, 0, 0. So this is the coordinate of the first key point. Apply. So you can see this is first key point. Second key point, so you can see here the length is 200. So this is second key point, and this will be the third key point. Give the second at 200. So this is the x coordinate. Apply. So this is the second key point. Then third key point, it is 200 plus 100. So this is 300. Apply and OK. So in this way we have created the three key points. So key points are basically the end points of the geometry. Okay, for the first section, and this is for the second section. Now we have to create the line. So select the line, straight line. Just select these two key points and the remaining 2 points. Okay, so we have created the line element. Now we have to apply the real constant and the materials. Okay, so go to the mesh option, select the mesh attribute, default attribute. Now here we have to select the material. So for the first section it is material number 1 and real constant number 1. Okay, now go to the mesh tool, select the line, set. Now select here first line. Okay, click OK, and number of element divisions. So now just I will take the one division. Okay, now we have to apply that mesh. So again here raise the hidden tab and now click here again mesh, again select that element. Okay, so in this way we have created the single element. Just zoom out. Now select again mesh attribute, default attribute. Now select here second material and cross section is a second, that is a real constant second. Okay, again go to the mesh tool, select the line, set. Now select here second. Okay, number of element division 1 only. Okay, raise the hidden tab, mesh, select this. Okay, now the mesh is applied. Now we have to visualize the element. So go to the plot control, style, size and shape, display of element, click here. So it will be displayed on the screen. Okay, so this is the modeling. You can visualize in a 3 dimension. Okay, so now our model is properly created. Now we have to apply the boundary conditions and the load. So after meshing, go to the load, define load, then apply structural and displacement. Okay, so we will apply the displacement on node. So select this left node or node number 1. Okay, here we have to give as a fixed support, so all degrees of freedom will be 0. Okay, so this is the fixed point. Now after displacement, apply the force on node, select this node. Okay, the force will be in the x direction. Its value is 10 kilonewton. So in the Newton it is 10,000. Okay, so this is the load application. Okay, now this is the preprocessor. Now we have to go to the solution and solve current ls. Okay, so solution is done. Now after solution, go to the general post processor. Now here we have to see the results. So go to the plot result, contour plot, nodal solution. Okay, in the nodal solution, just click on the degree of freedom and x component of displacement. So you can see here the maximum displacement is 0.1166. So this will be in millimeter. So everywhere we have taken the unit as a millimeter. So this is the maximum displacement. If you want to see the result, go to the plot, go to the result. Deformed shape and undeformed shape. So you can see here, this is the deformed shape, undeformed shape. You can go to the list option and the result and the nodal solutions, degree of freedom, x component of displacement. So you can see the result as per the node. Okay, so ux means displacement in the x direction only. For node 1 it is 0 because it is fixed. For node 2 it is 0.5 e to the power minus 1, so it means 0.05, and node 3 it is 0.1167. Okay, so these are the nodal displacement. Again, if you want, go to the list, results, then element solution, stresses, the x component of stress. Okay, now you can see here, so these are the stresses for node 1, node 2 means element 1. Okay, and this is for second element, so it is 100 Newton per mm square and this is 50 Newton per mm square.